What's up, Y7? Coach Chris here. Today I want to take you through pretty common dysfunction that we see at cut when doing squats and deadlifts. It's essentially the disconnection between the cervical, thoracic, and lumbar spine, but more basically put, it's your neck, your shoulders, your neck, your rib cage, and your pelvis. So one thing that you can do at home is just get a stick, okay? A broomstick will work, and just connect it to 3 points behind your body. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab this stick, I'm gonna take it with 2 fists, I'm gonna make sure it's connected to my head, to my tailbone, and to my mid-back. And I'm gonna start with the deadlift, okay? So I wanna make sure my abs are braced, my ribs aren't flaring out, okay? Everything is connected, those 3 points. Now, with my feet about hip width apart, I'm going to hinge at my hips, pushing my hips back, making sure to keep that connection all the way through the movement, okay? If I am someone who tends to disconnect through the thoracic spine, you're gonna see this, okay? As I come down, my ribs, my tailbone is gonna poke out, okay? And my ribs are gonna start to push away, which, as you can see, I lose that connection right in the middle. Or if I'm someone who tries to crunch first, okay, their shoulders are falling forward, then you're gonna see this, okay? My head's going to come down. Oftentimes, you'll hear coach say, hold the tennis ball with your chin. What does that mean? When I'm doing this, if my head is up, look at the disconnection between my head or through the thoracic spine, right? So the middle part just came undone. I have to keep everything in alignment, a nice stacked sequence from the head down to the pelvis as I come through this movement, okay? Practice at home, try a squat. That's a next level movement here, okay? So still, those 3, and it doesn't matter which arm is up top, all right? I'm gonna switch just to give my shoulders a little rest. So I'm connected here, 3 points connected, all right? Mid-back, head, and tailbone. Now I'm gonna come through a squat here. I come down, all right? Everything is still nice and connected. I wanna get nice and low, drive those knees out, come up, everything stays in alignment. What happens if I lose that abdominal or that thoracic sequence? So what happens is my ribs open up. I come down through the squat, look at my ribs. You can see my ribs start to open. You can see me lose the connection in through the mid-back. What happens if my head stays up, all right? Here, I lose that connection. What about that tailbone? That tailbone dipping down, that posterior tilt. If I start to dip down, I lose that middle connection. So everything has to stay in alignment in order to stay safe when we start to load these movements. At the bottom of the movement, all 3 are connected from bottom to top, okay? Practice, continue to practice, get that muscle memory so when you're in here and you're picking up weight, you're in a much safer position to do these foundational movements.